Good afternoon. Welcome to Celebration Friday. Congratulations, everybody. You have made it to the end of the week. And if it's still your Thursday, you're almost there. It is the home stretch. You have done great things this week. I am looking forward to the weekend yet again. It's really interesting for me how much I am looking forward to weekends now that I don't work on weekends. My weekends are just that, weekends. They end my week and begin my week. It's really lovely, not feeling like I have to carry over writing a whole heap of progress notes or carry over report writing. The things I get to choose to do for work on the weekend are just that, choices. And it doesn't feel so hard, as in hard work anymore. So I'm incredibly grateful for that. Oh, again, it feels like it was big. I was really exhausted on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling so great, but I am feeling much better today. I've had early nights despite not sleeping well, managed my nutrition, increased my water intake, and made sure that I am not trying to serve too many people at once. Another couple of tricks in helping me manage my energy. If I notice that I have more than 5 tabs open on my screen, I actually do a bit of a audit and work out what ones I don't need. Just having those tabs open on my screen clutters my head. And usually I'm not going to function on any more than 5 at a time. I've just worked out 5 is my number. I would like to think that I can get that down to 3, but I'm usually working with my email, usually some sort of document production, plus my EHR, plus my CRM. So, and then I'm one of those people that often has Facebook or LinkedIn open during the day because vanity numbers mean something to me right now, which I'm not sure why, but we'll get over that fairly soon. We're into the slide here in Australia into Easter. So those of you who aren't aware, school holidays have either well and truly started or about to start. So look out on the roads and look out on public transport. I'm not traveling anywhere for work next week. Hurrah! But my sister arrives from Canada, so that could be a fair amount of fun. Or not, but probably fun. And she won't be watching this, and she would say exactly the same thing. So the 3 girls get together next week. So that shall be entertaining, and I will have chocolate with alcohol. We will make that fun. So have you got things organized for the long weekend? Do you realize that Easter is followed very quickly by Anzac Day? Have you planned for that in your private practice here in Australia? That's a chunk of time that we are not going to be seeing clients. Now that feels awesome when we want to catch up with things, but I hope you've thought about it in terms of what that means for your cash flow, because there's about 4-5 days that we can't actually do work that generates income, which is why we need to be aware of these things and planning for them. I also know for me and my business, this is a time of year very similar to Christmas where it feels like my customers shut down. There's a school holidays, clients aren't as available, and most of our insurance companies are working on skeleton staff. People take a lot of annual leave at this time of year, or a lot of people take their annual leave at this time of year. So it's just good to be aware of how these things impact your business, how they impact on your cash flow, because you might not see the issue in the next 2 weeks. Where you'll see it is probably 2 weeks after, when there's not as much cash flowing through your business as you were expecting. These are the types of issues that come up for you lovely people in the USA, smack bang in the middle of the year when it is summer. So what am I celebrating this week? I'm celebrating some awesome stuff with a couple of new practice building clients. So if you don't know Yael Shuman, you need to, because she has been published or is about to be published in a magazine. We've only been working together since March, and we've already got conference applications in, and we've got an article being published, and I'm very excited to see where this takes her. She's one of those incredible ladies. She's smart, she knows what she's talking about, and she has evidence to back up her opinion. So that is very cool. And then there is the fabulous Amy Parks, who is going to write a book. And Amy, I've put it out here on the interwebs before you, quite possibly because you need to write this book. Amy gave our mastermind a bit of a précis of her book yesterday, and then gave us a couple of an activity to do to help us with behavior change, which includes brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. And she has got so much information on how we can better use our brain and our brain capacity. I can't wait for this book to come out and help us just perform better, because we understand this organ in our head better. So if you don't know either of those ladies, you need to get on and watch, because they're about to become famous and they're about to become awesome, and they're going to be people that you go, I want to be like her when I grow up. I've also been booked for a speaking gig for non-health professionals. So that's pretty cool. Some of you may have seen the invitation or the event up on my Facebook profile. So this is my page. My profile is where I kind of put more of my family and lazy Sunday stuff. So there's an event being run here in Penrith in my local community on the 29th of May called By Design, and I'm going to be speaking into the book of evidence and how you can actually challenge all of that negative thinking that goes on, you know, that stuff that we're very good at telling ourselves over and over and over again. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with a non-health professional audience and seeing the transformation that can occur to people in that as well. So I've got a few links I need to post in this group today. Sophie and I have had an amazing practice management meeting today. We have worked on a report. We call it a practice management report. It's a Excel workbook now. It started off as a spreadsheet. It's now a workbook. And it's a living document. It's like the outworking of the business plan, and we're contributing to it and using it every day of the week. And then every Friday we sit down and we go through the important elements, and it helps us prioritize, helps us manage cash flow, helps us manage staff movements, helps us manage each other. That's really, really cool. And our meeting, our book might be big, our workbook might be big, but our meeting is like 45 minutes. Tell you what, I cannot begin to tell you how refreshing it is to be able to just get through the important things, nail the next steps, make sure we've got forward planning in place, and I don't feel like I'm missing as many things. It's a very, very cool tool. So I've shared that with a couple of people in my practice building community. It's the sort of thing you need to kind of work out, what do you want to measure and what do you want to report on each week. But geez, it's an important tool. I'm very, very proud of it, and proud of the way we've been able to use it to help us with our productivity and making sure we don't miss too many things. Things get missed, but not too many things get missed anymore. I'm also celebrating the fact that we now have a fly screen on that door over there. So there's now only one door that the wasp can come in if we open it. So in the next month, we'll have the other door screened as well. So I should not have to sit here and duck all the wasps and the dragonflies that wanted to come in again because I opened the door that didn't have the screen on it earlier this week. Good things to celebrate. Made me feel like a grown-up business owner spending money on things like screen doors. That's not the sexy stuff that we want to spend money on, but it, you know, made me feel a bit adulty, bit grown up. So we're moving into a short week for us next week, but I do have some great content to share with you. I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation on relationship marketing and how to become clear, concise, and confident in your message so that you can actually go out and start talking to people about who you are, who you serve, and how you help. Don't underestimate the power of these conversations, and don't think that it's all going to come from a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook post or your website. You got to be able to relate the two and have what you're saying and what you're writing being seen and heard and consistent all at the same time. Angela Clack, hello. It's wow. What on earth are you doing awake? Aren't you on the East Coast of the USA, like a long way away? That's very cool. It's nice to have you here. Thank you very much. Well, I am just about to wrap up. Wishing you all a fabulous weekend. Make sure you do the things that replenish you. Make sure you do the things that fill you up and fill you with joy. We work incredibly hard. The work we do is not easy. Please do not underestimate that. We give people back their lives. We help them take control of really awkward, difficult situations in their life. Good advice with the napping there, Angela. She can't go back to sleep. That's really funny. So I want to encourage everybody to do something or take time out, spend time with the people that you love, do the things that replenish you. Make sure that you're taking time out to not only replenish physically, but emotionally and cognitively. You don't realize how much of your brain and your emotions you're using every part of every day. And I want you coming back next week because I want to make sure that all the health professionals that are engaged in my community are healthy, that we're working towards sustainability, and that this is work that we can continue to do for as long as we want. No more burning out, people. That's got to stop. We've just got to put an end to that and get better at not doing it. All right, looking forward to talking to you next week. Until then, go be your awesome self.